Thank you very much, guys. I think it was really, really very visible how much you gained from year one, and congratulations for everybody. I think it's almost needless to say that those who are today here, they most probably will go through year two. Actually, this is just a quick summary that how we started last year, because we started with and there were 161 applicants. 91 students were admitted and 80 could reach this phase. So it means that we had around a little bit more than 10% students couldn't reach year one, which is actually for me a good news, because as you could see today, there were no weak presentation or no progress from anybody, but it also suggests that is really also for those who are here and next year they will be year one, that to go forward in the scale, it is a must. If I look at year two, and most probably we heard plenty of questions from you, and please let me do apologize not getting you earlier details, but of course we have the same stuff, and but we will have twice more students next year, so we have to plan the calendar really, really very well to get everybody to get everybody a good education. But year two will completely change from year one, because in year two most of you will return to healthcare and to use already the knowledge you gained from year one. But of course, the PhD is not awarded today, so you have to do plenty of things until you reach the end of the PhD. So you are still entitled to have one protected day every week. Please contact us if somebody has difficulties about this, because without this, we are sure that you cannot go through the system as efficient as you need. And I just would like to remind you from the first presentation today, when I showed you that the management now became to be very, very important in your life, because also like any other activities in your life, science also needs protected time. And if you do not prepare, if you do not plan everything in advance, and you not dedicate time, protected time for science, you still will be always in the crisis and emergency situation. So the secret of success for year two is definitely to be able to manage your timetable. However, if somebody asks me, okay, but what will be the biggest difference in year two and year one? I felt to show you 3 pictures, because most probably this will be the easiest to show you. So what has happened in year one? Actually, you every week received information. We didn't ask you whether you want an information or not, you want the education or not. You get the information, you get the timetable to get the next week plan you received, and day by day, actually you were told how to do, and we of course help you to do. In year two, this will be the biggest difference. We will not be there. You have to do it actually alone, because year two, of course, you are expected to get more individual and more own way doing science. However, please sure, and I will show you this, that if you need help, because of course things can go wrong, and of course you are not as experienced as maybe in a later phase, we will always be there. And if you look at, the kind of skills, some of you, can go up on the field. So some of you who finished this year one, which is the science methodology practitioner, can join as a supervisors. Some of you, around 10%, will join for the next year education. And of course, their success in scientific output will be much better. And luckily, we already have science methodology advisors and also experts in the field. Those who not join next year as an SMS, of course, the way goes through on this system is not closed. So if maybe a year later you feel, okay, I miss it, I would like to join back, of course, always you will have a chance to do so. So the system is ready from the very beginning to be a total expert in the field. I have last time already showed you how to go through the system, and this is, of course, in a scientific outcome parameters and also financially will be well acknowledged for you. So what will be the special goals and plans for you? Of course, writing will be one of the major tasks for you. So everybody will be accepted to submit the first paper until the fifth progress report. There is no exemptions. Doesn't matter how big your study, you have to reach at least to be once rejected. Of course, rejection is a very good news. I just been rejected last week from a journal. This means that you are active. Those who are not registered, they are the ones who are not active at all. They can be happy because they never be rejected. Let's look at what else is expected, because one paper is not enough to get the degree. Concerning the second degree, you should finish actually the statistical analysis of your papers. Of course, it depends on the size, because if somebody has too large topics, maybe it can be also delayed. Everyone is, of course, expected to be here in the progress report, and also for until the sixth progress report, which will be actually equal with the complex exam, you need to finish both papers. So this is the plan. However, I got also plenty of questions. Okay, if I have the two papers, is it enough for PhD? Not sure. Two first author papers, definitely the minimum requirement. However, today we saw a couple of ones in which you even can show two articles included, because there were absolutely no data or whatsoever. So those who have very, very small data, for example, in the two projects, and maybe have only one figure or two figures in the article, of course, to have a complete big thesis, it will not be enough. But we will be there, and we will tell you whether the amount of scientific analysis are enough or not enough for getting the PhD. But the minimum requirement, of course, two papers, but of course, I can see issues when not, for example, two papers can equal with the PhD degrees. Ákos Nagy was here, the Dean of Faculty of Dentistry from Péter, and I really liked his comment, and the slide was already done, that I would like to actually encourage all of you and also the supervisors actually to start registries. Why? You know, in a meta-analysis, there are the data, and we could show here how many times the data have huge amount of heterogeneities, and also the quality of the data were not good. And you couldn't make actually final conclusion. A couple of times it was the reason for rejection even from the journal. Why? Because the quality of data and heterogeneity. Of course, unfortunately, you cannot improve it via meta-analysis, because the amount of data is what it is. However, making a registry, you will be responsible for the data quality, and in a clinical trial, you will be responsible for data quality, so you can go as far as you want. So in this case, you definitely can answer the questions you couldn't answer here. On the other hand, The meta-analysis, timely, has limitations. Why? You need to have a search key, you need to extract the data, so first you need to build up an Excel sheet with the database. Therefore, maybe in every year you can have chance to have maximum, even the fastest one can do maybe 2 articles, but definitely not more. But if you build up a registry and start collecting data, of course it doesn't pay you immediately because you need to upload with good quality data. But whenever you have the good quality of data, after that you can have 6, 10 papers a year easily, because you can ask as many as questions provided by your quality of data, including artificial intelligence and everything. So I think the best time to make a registry from the topic you are investigating is year 2, because you already have a knowledge, you already can see the gap information in the literature, because you could see in the meta-analysis. So this is the best time to have a really structured database in your institution. Of course, you can ask who will build it up. The answer is easy. TM will be the builder. For that, we have the facility, we have the IT team, and generally the rules and regulations. If there are PhD students in the system, it costs nothing for the supervisors and for the team. All costs are covered by the Center of Translational Medicine. So this is an unbelievably good opportunity, because if you go to an IT company and you start paying, you can see how much money you will pay, but this is definitely millions of Hungarian forints. So I really would like to encourage all of you in second year to have a word with the supervisors and start registries. Concerning what will be compulsory and what will be voluntarily next year. Group meeting, that will be compulsory for sure. Progress reports, there will be as well. You have to attend here. Project meetings, officially there will be once a month. As I said, you have to eat alone. You have to do your work alone. But there will be the SMSs looking after you. But the SMSs will be able to help you upon requirements, but they will not, like this year, that come on, where are the data, do you need help? No, you have to tell the SMSs if you need help. Class meetings, you attended in year 1, but some of you couldn't attend for some reason, illness or whatsoever. So any of you actually wanted to repeat it, maybe, one of the classes, or had no chance to attend the classes, or still missing the credit points for the classes, you can attend. However, you need to write an email to us and ask it in advance, because we have to plan the number of students in one occasion. Of course, it's not possible that 80 students present on the same time from one of the meeting. Lectures, again, this year there will be special lectures. You are more than welcome to attend. We highly suggest, because this kind of international topic, you could see especially in intensive care when Jean-Louis Vincent was here and had, for example, brilliant talk, or also Professor Sharok from Vienna, or Ole Petersen, so you rarely have chance to see them. And of course, social events, those who attended know how fun was that. You can also be there. The structure, the officials will be a little bit different structure, of course, because the same people will lead year 1, like those who lead year 2. So the duties will be separated more focusedly to separate persons. So your class leader actually for year 2 will be Szilárd Vancsa. So if you need any kind of help or you have a question, you need to send email actually to him. And he will be helped by 3 SMAs, as you could see the list, you know, we are going there. The science methodology advisors, but Szilárd usually referred that science methodology angels, but maybe the advisors are better word for them. So they will be your SMSs, because those SMSs who were here, some of them going back actually to their own institution. So the next year generation actually coming. Approximately 20 projects will be run by them. Of course, those students who are already affiliated, one of those supervisors will stay there, but those actually who had different SMS during the year will get one of them. Of course, you will get the list. They will meet you every month, as I mentioned, to discuss every issue, and any kind of question you have, you can meet them. Besides them, there will be 4 mentor experts who can be there upon request. Those of them who already have plenty of works in clinical trials and so on, like Bálint Erős, Andrea Parnitsky, they can be there, for example, or Katalin Márta, Dezső Csupor, or any of like Zsolt Molnár, they can be there, you know, upon request, and they are happy to help you in the system. We already have the calendar for the progress, therefore I brought the days. These are the compulsory ones. We will send it to you by email. So in the autumn period, there will be 4 times when you have to be there. This is the last week of every month. So your next meeting will be 26th of September. For group 1, the miscellaneous group, the time will change from 2 o'clock to lunchtime to 12 o'clock. And this is also for group meeting 2 and 3. They will be on Monday. For the dentistry group, the meetings also will be on Monday, a little bit later than this year, not at 5, but 5:30. And for the intensive anesthesiology group, because they are a larger group, they will stay on the same day at 11:30. So these are the days you immediately have to put it to your diary and to have on this week, this at least an empty for that. The progress report will be 2 weeks before Christmas. Just we didn't want it to put it to first week of January to get you pressure for the Christmas period. So this would be just before it. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know whether you are a lucky one or the unlucky one to have it on Friday, but your meeting will be on 16th of December on Friday in the same room here. Put it to the diary. This is also a compulsory. Not many, 4 days. This is, as I showed you, you have to do the work alone. For the spring period, there will be a little bit more meetings because you also have to prepare for the complex exam. So therefore, there will be 5 meetings. You don't need to write it actually down this week. You will get every information actually by email. This is every month there will be 1 group meeting at exactly the same way there were. However, please, the most important one is the complex exam, which currently I cannot tell you which days you need to attend, because there will be a day when you have to do written ones, and there will be a day when you have to appear and doing the scientific part to make the presentation. Therefore, for this week, do not plan any holiday, any conferences, because maybe if you cannot be here in a progress report, for example, in some absolutely reasons you can't do, we may replace it with actually a different examining board. But this one has to be a special one because there is rules and regulations for the PhD. So it means we have to ask from outside of Semmelweis University's paper. There will be international experts as well. There will be statisticians as well. So the committee will be with 5 persons from all over Hungary and 1 from abroad, which means if you are not there, I cannot tell you when you will have a chance to repeat it. So this is very, very important to put to this diary, and the whole week. Of course, we will give you information in advance, not like 1 week before, which days you will be asked to be here. But at current stage, we can tell you only the week. So, as usual, and final, we have the best questionnaire prize again. And today there will be 3 persons who will get nice bottle of wine. And actually I would like to ask to come over Kata Illés, Horváth István, and Huszár Zsolt. But here, no, I am happy to introduce that I think we have 8 really excellent questionnaires here. So I would like to ask actually to come over Anna Julia Elias, Olga Julia Zahariev, Vanda Máté, Dóra Kornélia Koch, Réka Garai, Dani Pálinkás, Márk Viktor Hernádfői, és Ágoston Jánosi. As a 3 questionnaire. Congratulations. So I would like to ask 3 persons to come over, Anett Szabó, Luca Hergár, and Tamás Fazekas to get actually the glass of wine and the certificate. I can see that Luca is not here. So which of the orthopedic surgeons we can trust to give the glass of wine and the certificate? Oh, volunteer immediately coming. Almost look like Luca.
That is not so good.
This is what I usually say, that this was brilliant, but not today. So you almost look like Luca, but not today. So finally, thank you very much for being with us. I'm very thankful for the chairs. Congratulations to your 1-year achievement. Important, on Thursday, 5 o'clock, there will be the official delivery of your 1-year Finnish certificate. So be at Nagyvárad Square at 5 o'clock. You will have a special seat there, and you will be asked to come over to the stage in front of the university leaders to take over your certificate. Thank you very much.